if anything happened to him, everybody and the dog would love him and say what a wonderful person he was, and everybody picked on him and bullied him. And that's what would happen if he did anything to himself. And I have no doubt that he had a plan. He had a plan that I had to talk him out of. He had a definite plan, and his mental health is very, very vulnerable.
So have you called anyone to?
Sorry, you've just gone off. It's just paused, Tony.
Sorry, if he's planning, if he's speaking to you and has a plan to do it unaliving himself, have you taken any steps to secure him?
Yes, I have supported him. I've offered him counselling. I have offered to sort of support him through all that kind of stuff. And he has. I'm not going to go into what he's had and what he hasn't had. I'm
Yeah,
not going
well,
to
well,
talk
well.
about
The
his
man,
progress.
the man, the man making videos aimed at me doesn't seem to be someone that's bothered at all. Now, I listen. For every action is a reaction,
Yeah, no,
and
I get
please
that.
believe me, it might take me a long time to react, but I do react. And I didn't like the two videos he aimed at this group protecting children. We never mentioned his name.
I'll ask him
We
to
never
take them
mentioned his
down.
name. He came at me first. I never came at him first. Now, with his video that he aimed at me, what if I had to do something wrong to myself? Would he have faced the consequences for my actions?
Yeah, it would have felt absolutely terrible. He's a very soft-hearted, sort of sensitive guy, really. He's
Well,
very sarcastic. He's very passive-aggressive, and he tries to back things off with jokes. But he's
uh,
very, very deep. He's a very sensitive person. And if he would think that he would cause anybody else some harm, like he would be mortified. So yes,
he's aimed. Listen, for someone who's trying trying to start a movement to help spread awareness, um, to help spread awareness on 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 people that is a potential risk to children, and for him to make a mockery of that, I will never understand it. I will never
I haven't
understand
seen
it.
that
And
video, and I'm sorry if you feel like that.
you can
But
tell him from me that regardless what decision I make today, I am not holding no pressure on my shoulders regarding his situation. He,
can I just say, Tony, if you travel country, I mean, he goes from hotel to hotel and different place to different place because people target him. You're probably never going to find him. I'm obviously not going to tell you where he is. And no disrespect, because I don't want anything to happen to him,
yeah,
and I
of
don't want
course,
anything
yeah,
to
yeah,
happen to you
yeah.
either. People are, you've got gangs against you at the minute that are saying that you're terrible, there's things against him.
Yeah,
So
of course, we all get it
I know you
online. We
both.
all get it
Yeah,
online.
I know you both, and I mean, I don't. Me and you've never met, but we've had a lot of conversations, and I believe in my heart that you are a decent, lovely guy. And until I had any other proof, then that's how you'll remain in
One
my
hundred
heart.
percent, 100%. But the thing about this is, Joanna, the simple things that can be done on his
You're right.
side.
You're right. Yeah,
Yeah, the simple
these
things that
ones
can be
are
done on his
right.
side. Now, I understand that Paul has got his supporters, and I understand that whatever decisions I take is going to have its own consequences in the background. Yeah,
Yeah. But there's what's the
from what
point to
I
it
can
though, Tony?
see.
Because everybody already hates him. The campaign's already on
I
everybody
understand
knows
that, but I'll tell you what,
who hates him
yeah,
gets it
this is
though.
an awareness campaign. This is not a hate campaign, Joanna. And at the same time, on these posters, there's links there to help put security on your child's devices. If he
Yeah.
doesn't want to set his account to over 18, this link on the poster will allow adults,
Yeah.
parents, to put steps in place that he could simply help out by just turning his live to 18 plus. But if he can't do that, the awareness posters that I will be putting up, they have that. The parents can scan that, and it offers them a range of apps that they can install onto the parents' phones, so their children avoid contact with such people like Paul. So
But why don't you, Tony? Why don't you let me get you that printed, not with anybody's pictures on, and not with because I'm a big believer in mental health. You know, I am. I do think that people who get targeted, their mental health can deteriorate and they can do harmful things to themselves. I don't particularly agree with how you're going about it, but I do think it's a fantastic idea to, raise awareness about what parents can do. There's absolutely no reason why we can't get you thousands and thousands of flyers and you can distribute them to schools across the community, across the country that they can print off and or you can email schools with
When I do, this is what we are doing, Joanna. Let me just give you a recap. We have had one predator actually cuffed and taken off. A man who was actually exposing himself and jangling himself in front of kids. We spent a day going up, and I spent 2 days away to get that dealt with. We've start putting steps in place to spread as much awareness as we can. People are starting to realize that they don't want to be on a poster. They don't want to be on an awareness poster because let me put one thing clear, and this is what the problem is with people. Yeah, right now I'm in the comfort of my own home. I've got a camera aiming at me, yeah, okay, but I'm comfortable. What I do still behind this car, I may feel comfortable because I'm in my house and think I can be inappropriate. I can say what I want, do what I want, but the reality side is, I'll think if someone puts up a video, these people are going to report, that video is going to come down, no one's going to know. But if I walk to my local shop, and the next minute, as I'm opening that door, I see my face plastered in a big awareness poster, I'm going to think twice when I come back home and put that camera back in front of my face of my next step and next action, because I'm going to know that this ain't just going to be behind a screen anymore. This is going to come to my area, my town, my local shops, and my neighbors are going to see exactly what I'm at online. No more hiding behind a screen, no more being protected because you're a big profile on here. No more of that. Them days are gone. This awareness campaign is to help as many families as possible to wake up and to stop children scrolling across live feeds that don't have the age restrictions when they are doing things that they shouldn't be doing. Yeah, this man needs to put his age restriction on.
Why don't you get your big creators to support you with that app that you've got there? That you've got the link, you've got the posters and stuff without anybody's faces on, and get all the big creators to collab with you to say everybody should get their child or get people to set their post to 18 plus. You could do a campaign about that for creators, and then none of these children will be spending the pocket money on creators, because it is awful when the children are sending money to people. It's not nice.
But this ain't just about TikTok, Joanne. These devices don't just protect people. This app is to have full control and access to the child's device to watch whatever games. Now, one of these people that we were speaking about, two of them, in fact, out of the four that has been dealt with so far, was actually on young kids' games. So this is not just about TikTok. It's far from just about TikTok.
But it's a start, isn't it? If you get
It's a start. It is a start. And like I said in my video that I put up last night, I don't know what it's the start of. This might go well. It might not go well. It might help a lot of people out. It might not. But if I spend a year doing this and only one child is safe, that year has been well spent. Do you understand?
I know that your heart's in the right place. I know that everything that you're doing is for greater good.
Yeah, and this is about protection about the children. This is not about me. I'm going to lose this account. Today, tomorrow, next week, this account will be gone again. But the website...
Because I hope people can see that actually, although people don't agree with how you're doing it, I think that the message that you're trying to give is the right message, that you don't want children being out.
Yeah, to expose to this.
That all these people who are thinking that you're going and doing it in the wrong way, they're obviously reporting your accounts and stuff.
Can someone show me the right way? If I'm doing it the wrong way, and I say in that video, please someone show me the right way. And I tell you what, if you show me the right way, I will spend a month, a week, 2 weeks, whatever, a year, 6 months, whatever length of time to help that right way work. But right now, there is no right way, because in 2024, there is men prancing around with nothing on a 12 plus app. There is men on children's games grooming. What is the right way? If this is the wrong way, please, 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 anyone listening, show me the right way, because I'm trying to do any sort of way.
Do a TikTok and ask for the big creators to stand with you. The big creators need to stand with you against this grooming and against any children being harmed. And
We
ask
tried this
them
before. We
yourself.
tried a protest before with big creators. That caused a big fuss on TikTok, and 10 people turned up at a protest. 10 people.
But I mean, literally making TikToks, collabing with them, making TikToks where they say, we support Tony against groomers. We support Tony, and here is the app. If you want to, protect your children, make sure that you've got this on the devices and this on the devices and this on the devices.
You shouldn't have to ask. You honestly shouldn't have to ask an adult that or a parent to help support. You shouldn't have to ask. I shouldn't have to ask. I honestly, when this first started, the first couple of days, I didn't know. We had a bit of a plan. I went out of my own pocket. I paid hundreds of pounds for posters, for diesel, for hotels, getting from this area to that area to this area to that area.
That's what you're asking on the posters. You're asking them to put that on the app. So you're still asking, whichever way you do it, you're still asking parents to put these measures in place. But I think that so many people would support you. There's loads of really massive TikTokers out there that are, that are really, really influential. And I'm sure if you sent them that, that app for people, I'm sure they would share it. I'm 1,000,000% sure that they'd absolutely support you in that. That people are not supporting you in putting posters up, and because they think it's vigilante, you see. And
well, vigilante may be what people might want to call it. I call it spreading awareness, and I will continue to do so until we get change. I will take whatever fines come at me. I will take whatever sleeps I have to do in the cells. I will take that, because in the long run, something needs to give. Right now, the online, it is. I ain't got words for the behaviour that some people think that they can get away with on the screen. We have opened up a website, onlytonyofficial.uk, onlytonyawareness.uk, where people can download these posters themselves. Sign up for the free newsletters. It don't cost them nothing. People did start supporting. I put a PayPal link in the bio. People start, and you know what? Even if it was fivers here and there, it was helping me with diesel. Diesel was costing hundreds of pounds. Posters were costing hundreds of pounds. Hotels was costing anywhere between 60 to £100 after 5-6 hours driving. People asked me, can we support you in any way? I said, yes, repost the video or do whatever you can. We put a PayPal link in the bio. People started to donate, and people want to help out in any way.
Television, Tony. Have you thought about going on like Look North or Calendar or something like that?
How am I meant to get down to this? Listen, Joanna, please believe me. What the problem here is, it's money over morals in 2024. People will turn a blind eye to wrongdoing if there's money going into their bank. This is where the problem lies. People will turn a blind eye to anything if there's money coming in. Yeah, and that is it. I've even told people stop subscribing on here because I don't expect this account to last much longer. Yeah,
Money is a big pull for people.
it really is, and hence Paul doesn't know how much he's going to lose if he turns it to 18 plus. So therefore, he doesn't want to affect his pocket, but will continue to behave the way he's behaving online.
Just to be fair to him, he's never ever said that to me. It was me.
No, I understand that,
I don't
but
know whether he would or
you
not,
know,
I don't know how that would affect his income.
yeah, well,
And I'm being honest with you.
well, I think I know personally. I can only imagine that that's going to have an impact on him as well, and that's where it all boils down to: money over morals once again. Look, I don't assume that Paul is coming in. I don't know. I will let you drop
I'll
out
give
now,
him a ring
Joanna.
now, and I'll discuss. I mean, this wasn't meant to happen like this, Tony.
I didn't plan for this to happen like this either. This just came about like this the way it did.
It did. I don't know. I mean, I'm not very well. I saw I saw what you were happening, what you were doing with Paul, and I thought I need to make you aware because you're obviously not aware of the other side of things. And I know that you're a fair person, and I know that people are going to be horrible about me. Now, I've never shared any information about Paul. I don't want any clout from it. I don't want any negativity from it. Literally, I just wanted to make you aware, and I just wanted you to ring me. Really, I didn't want to come online.
That's fine, and I'm sorry it's happened this way, and I'm sorry if you've been affected by this live feed. If you
I'm
need,
sure that I will be heavily affected afterwards because what will happen now is what happened before is people will target me and then there will be
right, look, Joanna, listen, people, I'd urge you, whatever people is watching this, Joanna is entitled to her opinions. Everyone is. Please, please.
I've got evidence
And Joanna's saying she's got evidence. She's entitled to her opinions. People, please. I don't want anyone on this live feed. Joanna, any messages you get, I can assure you that they will be blocked and removed out of my live feed from today onwards. If you're getting any negative stuff, people, this happens in every live feed. Anyone that has an opinion, thank you very much, Amanda. I've just seen that. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Please, please, please. Just speak with me if you're ever feeling low or down about what's going on. But I would urge everyone watching to please not come at Joanna, because Joanna and everyone is entitled to opinions. All right, everyone is entitled to their opinions.
I appreciate that, and my opinion is on actually personally knowing the guy and actually going through that evidence and actually ringing the police and ringing the hotels and ringing CQC and actually speaking to people and getting the correct information that's actually been shared. I'm not basing my opinion on just watching somebody on TikTok and making an opinion because they wink and do odd dances and just do things like that. I'm not. It's actually credible stuff. It's not. I'm not just basing my opinion on.
Of course, of course. Okay, well, Joanna, before I let anyone else in the boxes,
I'm gonna go, Tony. I can't take it.
I will let you jump out. Please ask Paul if he wants to come on.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I'll drop you out now. If you please can ask him if he wants to jump in, and then if he's willing to come in and speak with me for a minute, this could change a lot of today's events. Yeah, so
it won't change anything, Tony, because people will still have exactly the same opinion because he's already, like I say, he's already explained himself 10 million times to 10 million people, and nobody ever changes their opinion.
But
my evidence today will not change anybody's opinion.
On my actions, if he's willing to come in and chat, this could change a lot of my actions today. Yeah, all right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, Joanna. All the best. I hope you have a lovely day. All the best.
See you later.
All the best. See you later on. Thank you for joining. People, that was quite yeah. I'm gonna let a couple of people in. Please bear in mind, people, before I let a few people back in the boxes, I don't want anyone coming in. This is not a Joanna chat. Joanna's had her opinions. Anyone that comes in now, if you have an opinions, we have it on BB, not Joanna. This is not a Joanna live. This is not to target Joanna. This is nothing like that. If you want to have your opinions, please have them on the person that we're having the discussion on, not Joanna, please. All right. So I'm gonna let a couple more people in the boxes. When you're in, could you please go on mute, and I will load up these boxes. We're gonna spend 10 minutes in here, and then I'm gonna be off this. I'm very, very sorry for everyone that's waiting. Anyone that I let in these boxes, can the mods actually check the accounts as well? But I want to make sure that you're over 18. If you're not over 18, please jump out of these boxes right now. I've got a lot of people waiting to come in.
I've just sent No Face proof that Joanna's following children and children are following her back.
Okay, look, Socks, until
And
I see,
I'm just making you
that
aware of
from
that, so you
me.
see the proof there that she's
Mm.
kind of contradicted everything she's just said.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, this is what I don't like on this live feed. There's 1,400 people listening. That is a big thing to say. With
But it's there.
1,400
That's
people.
why I'm saying the proof is there. Once
Okay,
there was
that's fine.
proof
Well,
there.
then, I'll have a look at that myself, and I'm sure I will speak with Joanna in the background and explain that. But thank you for saying that. Please, people, this is not about Joanna. This is not about Joanna. Joanna come in and had a say, yeah, and gave her opinions. Now, I'm not saying that what she has said about Paul is true. I'm not saying that what she said about Paul is not true. From what I see, I don't want Paul on this app. Paul would pose a risk, from my opinion. But that's my opinion. The same way as Joanna has her opinions, saying the opposite. Mickey, you was waiting. Go ahead.
Right, I want to start off by saying I have never seen a video of Paul Breach. I am not interested. I heard what people think of him, the accusations, so I've never ever gone out my way to search him. Basically, when I was 4 to 7 years old, I was SA'd by my granddad. I did not tell my mum till I was 18. I had a bit of a mental breakdown. Up until the point I was 18, I was a type 1 diabetic. I SH'd myself the whole way through my life because of what happened to me as a child. At the age, 2 years ago, I had a double transplant because of what I put myself through as a child. And for anyone that is going to victim shame because women don't speak out, and the people that are causing children, not just women or men, children is the main thing. It is so wrong to turn around and say that, you know, it's just really shocked me what I've heard today, Tony, and it's actually affected me that there's still people like that are gonna, they say they've got proof. Where is the proof? Because all this would stop if they showed the proof, but they won't show the proof because there is none. If they had the proof, they would have shown it and cleared their name.
Yeah, of course. But look, personally, what I'm trying to say here, personally, I agree with what Joanna has said, but I'm not going to turn this into a situation where there's multiple people mounting and balling at Joanna.
I'm aiming this at Paul. Like I say, I've never ever watched
yeah.
him, but if he
I don't agree. I know my opinions on Paul. Joanna is entitled to her opinions, but I know my opinions. I don't. I fully agree with the biggest percentage of people on here about what they've seen about him, and when he's put me in 2 videos, and when he's mentioned this group in 2 videos, he's already trying to condemn the group in case they come at him, and. You know, I don't like this, Paul. I don't like his behaviour. I do believe he does pose a risk to a lot of children in here. I do believe that he knows he's got a lot of children following. I do believe that he don't want to put age restrictions on because it's going to affect his page a lot, because he knows the biggest amount of people that's on his page are young kids, and that's why he won't change it. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, also the threat that he's made a plan for what she said he was gonna do. That's no one else's problem other than his. And yeah, it's not nice.
That's a massive weight to try to put on my shoulders.
Yeah, make you feel guilty for standing up for what you believe is right.
That's a massive weight to try to put on my shoulders. But like I said, I'd sooner have someone else's life put at risk than a child being severely damaged for the rest of their life. Do you understand?
Can I just say something? I was waiting, obviously, just to speak to Joanna, because I've been waiting since then. I only wanted to try and advise Joanna that if this is as bad as what it is, maybe she should take a step back and not get herself involved. That's the only advice I was trying to give her. Because obviously that's a massive thing to go through, and you don't want to be, well, if it was me, I would never want to be associated, or
yeah,
I don't know what the right word is, maybe, I wouldn't want to be defending this person. I don't know who the guy is. I don't follow him, so I can't actually comment really on the guy. But from what I'm hearing, it doesn't sound like he's obviously a very nice person. But Joanna, if you're still here, I would genuinely think about what you're going to do in terms of following this guy, having his back, because I'm telling you now, if it is true what he's done or what he's saying and how he's acting, you will get dragged through the mud as well.
Tony.
All I'm going to kind of say on that matter.
Tony, there's a couple of points to be made here.
Yeah.
And this is from what I witnessed from being one of the awareness accounts that do the Paul breach. He's had interviews with Yassif or something his name was. He had a chance to tell his side of the story. He did not do that. He just badmouthed all the women that have tried taking him down. There was a guy called Cammy also went in his box that befriended some of these girls that were friends with Paul at the time. Again, he would refuse to talk about it. And what he does, what he's done, what's happened today is where there's this suicide baiting. That happens a lot. We had one where we went on his worldwide tour, if you like, to Amsterdam. Last time that he threatened to do this. And that was to try and get these young girls to feel sorry for him. And they're like, he'd be like, well, if you want to meet up, you better do it soon because I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. This is what he does. He manipulates. And as for his posts, the other point I wanted to make, there's about 4 or 5 which I sent to Soxy, who passed on to No Face, that where they're inappropriate. I'm going to be very careful how I say things because I know you said you want things to be kept clean because of it being under 18. But there was things where he had stuff on his hands. There was a post where a woman was doing something.
I've seen some of them.
So again, so you get what I'm saying. No one's making this up. These are there for anybody that wants to look. He has actually done this, and he does talk very inappropriate. Again, I won't say what because of it being under 18. And he has been challenged about having 18 plus on. He could do that any time, but he needs the underage gifters because that is where he's making his bread and butter.
Zoe, can I just interrupt? Is that actually on his page or something that you can see this? Or
Yes, you can. There's about 5 videos. You have to scroll all the way through, but you will find there was about 5 videos that he's done. There was one about, he did a conversation about feeling sorry for girls, where one girl said that she'd had the grape drug put in her drink. And then there was one that resurfaced of him with like a cowpole, like syringe, trying to put it in a drink, trying to be funny. So you're sitting there saying you're defending women that are going through that in clubs and places, and in the next breath you're also mocking it. Like, you can't have both sides of it. Do you see what these are the things that he does?
Yeah, you can't make both sides of the story. Do you know?
Exactly.
Okay, the name's Bond.
I'm not going to wait up here. Just something that Joanna had said about the gifters being underage and stuff like that. And then she kind of corrected herself and said, Paul didn't say that, I said it. So I just want to know how much of what she said on this live today is her opinion and how much of it is truth.
Okay, well, we'll wait to see if Joanna does request the box again and see if Joanna wants to, or if Paul decides to make an appearance, which that is going to be very, very unlikely, to be honest with you, very, very unlikely. But we'll do one more poll, people, because I know what should be done. I know what should be done. But now. Am I responsible if anything happens after putting up a few posters?
No, you're not responsible because you're just sharing awareness. Their actions on their own behalf. When someone sits there and tries to manipulate people, it's a common narcissistic trait. What they do is gaslight people to make them think that they're going to do something they're not going to do. They'll keep saying it because they know it gets their own way to people that are kind and they don't want them to harm themselves. So no, it is not your fault. He won't do anything, Tony. All he will do is manipulate the situation where he gets you to believe it's your fault. Unfortunately, this app is full of people doing that horrible, horrible stuff. So trust me, it would never be your fault.
And to touch on that, Tony, every time we get close to bringing this man down, and I mean, it takes a massive amount of people trying to do this. We're all trying our best to get this man off the app. He does this. He goes on these baits. That's the only way to put it. He does this every so often, but nothing comes of it. It'll come back like nothing happened.
Well, the thing about it is, does it make any sense to even bother with a poster campaign against this man? The reason being is because, by the sounds of it, people already up and down the country know about this man. Thank you. People already up and down this country know about this man. The power that he has on this app is not going to affect him. Do we try to spread more awareness in other people's areas in case they see him, so they can monitor what he's at, or keep the kids well clear of him? What do we do? Where do we go from here? Tell me, please.
Keep doing what you do. You've got a website now. Update it with new people all the time. Give people the chance to do it for themselves as well. You having that website there is one of the best things I've seen, because you've got all the correct information of what to do next. There's NSPCC, there's stuff like that, Samaritans. You're giving people information that they don't know about. And when it comes to one of their children making a notification about this one day, you've probably realised that you've actually saved someone so much more than what you realised. So you keep doing what you're doing. Bullies will try and back you into a corner to make you feel bad. That's because it's the awareness of the real truth. So what they're doing is being threatened by people.
Comments
knowing who
back
they really
on.
are.
Comments back on. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Comments back on, please, people. Leave the comment section back on. We're going to have some comments. So, what a thing to put up. What a thing to put on someone's shoulders. Hey, if you put posters up, I'm going to tell his story.
Tony,
That's
can I
pretty much-
speak? Sorry.
Yeah, you go ahead, Danny. Sorry,
I have messages from Paul. No way. Like this, that Joanna said earlier, you know, that she feels sorry for him and that his mental health's in such a low place and that he's not doing very well with it all. But he is not helping himself whatsoever. Now, messages that he's sending to me asking if me and my husband role play as him and stuff. That's sick. That's not someone that's vulnerable. I'm sorry, but it's not. I'm happy to send over the proof to whoever wants to see it.
If you want to send it maybe to No Face there, or one of the, if you go on the website, we have set up a email on the website, which is it's onlytonyawareness.uk. That's where we're going to start creating folders with evidence with them, with their downloadable posters. Also, it's free to put in your email, excuse me, and subscribe, and any new updates will be sent straight to your phone as an email with the poster. So you don't have to wait for a video to be uploaded. You don't have to wait to see a poster. It's free. There's no charge to it. You just put in your email, subscribe, and the second we put awareness about someone, you just put in your email immediately. And the second we someone's screen recording here, or someone's doing something because it's, yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but
Not everyone is on TikTok, so the posters, I'm 100% behind them. I also think do a Facebook group, do Instagram, like get the word out there, do every platform that there is. But the posters for the older people with grandchildren, etc., they're not all going to be on the internet. So I think it's the best thing that you've done personally is the posters.
yeah, because the people are getting fed up of their awareness videos being taken down. I'm getting fed up of it, and I thought, what else can we do here, you know, other than put a video up that's going to get taken down? How do we get this to parents that might see it? Okay, well, there you go. We get them to head teachers. We get the posters to head teachers. Can you look at that? There's some information there that might you probably want to share with families. Email it out. you know, you could be walking up to a shop, get whatever you're getting from it, don't matter. And you go and you see a big awareness, you know, check your child's device. You're going to look into that. That might prompt you to go home, check whatever games is on your child's device, check whatever's on there, and you might see that there's a full-grown man messaging your kid. Whereas you may not known it before you've seen that poster. But like there's good heart intentions behind this. People may say I'm doing it the wrong way. People may say I'm gonna get you arrested. People may say I'm gonna.
One last thing as well before I drop out. Me personally, it's easy to see things on the internet and just go, oh yeah, whatever. But if you see someone has gone through the effort to print them posters, put them up, spread the word properly, I'm going to believe that a lot more than, no offence if I just came across you on TikTok.
And that's the whole point. I'm glad you spoke about that, because the reason I'm glad, because I want to speak to someone about that. I can't win. People are saying he's doing it for clout, he's putting up videos, he's doing it for clout. Well, the website, everything is free on the website. Go onto the website. Yeah, my account has warnings written all over it. This account will go. I'm telling people not to subscribe. I'm telling people not to subscribe because I think this page will go very, very soon. And like you said, I'd sooner listen to the poster, or sooner read a poster and sooner take that in than I would come across a video. I might not get the full content of that video because I'm, you know, people's minds right now is skip. It's like all fast. You might, the most important video you need to see, you might just skip past it. But if you're walking past and you see a big, you know, awareness, a big warning, awareness poster, slap bang, and it's telling you, you know, keep your children safe, and it's here. You know, please scan for all family protection apps. You might use that quicker. Do you get what I'm saying to you? It's frustrating because, listen, like I said to people, I'm ready for war. Anyone want to come at me for war? I'm ready for war.
Big up to you, Tony. Honestly,
I'm
you're
ready
doing an amazing
for any
job.
army to come at me. I'm ready. I'm not going to stop this. I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. I am going to do whatever I can, because at the end of the day, in the long run, my children are at risk to this, just like anyone else's children. Nieces, nephews, grandchildren, whatever. Put cuffs on me, get me arrested, make me have to hand myself into the police station, give me fines, do whatever you want to do. But I'll tell you what, until you change something, I won't change what I'm doing.
100% agree with you. I think you're doing a fantastic job.
Don't
You
take
understand
any
what I
hate
mean?
for what you're doing from your heart. Because what you're doing is not only thinking about your family, you're thinking about everyone else's family. And
Yeah,
people
listen,
appreciate
it
that.
helps other people's families in the background.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
it
100%
does.
agree with you, Tony. Honestly, you're doing a fantastic job. Do you know, my 16-year-old daughter doesn't have TikTok, and I will not allow her to have TikTok because I see the toxicity and the way people act on this app. I would never in a million years allow her to have it.
Yeah, and
Regardless
what
whether
devices?
she's 16 or 21, I don't care.
My children either. It's not happening there either, because I never knew how toxic not just this app, but a couple more apps was until I really got involved with this. And some of the things that I've seen, wow, is beyond
mind blowing.
belief. If someone told me, oh, did you see such a person prancing around last night with nothing on? I wouldn't have believed it on a 12+ app.
No, neither would I. I genuinely didn't. Like,
Did you see Sobriety Jack leaning over the chair, inserting things into himself? I wouldn't have believed it if I hadn't have witnessed it myself. And this is what I believe, that people, so many parents out there, so many guardians and fathers, mothers, whatever, so many people out there is not aware of what's actually happening.
And the thing is, like, I used to think FB was bad. Obviously, I don't know if I can say that word, so I've used...
Yeah.
I used to think that was bad, do you know? And when I came over to here, I was actually very naive to think, oh, it seems like a nice people, do you know, you're seeing nice people. And then when the whole toxicity came out and you actually see what people are really like, that's when you take a minute and you're like, whoa.
Yeah,
Who
it's
is actually genuine and who isn't? Like, I actually started going live, and then I was like, do you know what? I stopped going live because I thought, You know, I don't know if people are going to sit and judge me. Now, I don't have a history, do you know what I mean? But are people going to start judging me because, like, it's the way that people think? Because you kind of I know you don't do it on purpose, but your brain automatically thinks, well, everybody's like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So you don't know
100%.
who's real and who's not. And I've stopped going live due to it because I'm like,
100%.
wait,
Tony, I think what us awareness accounts should be doing, I mean, I'm only one of the smaller ones. From No Faces Live, I got my big account banned because they came straight for me. And this is what they do every time. So I'm having to build myself back up again. But what I can do on my side is I can post everything that you've got on your website out onto my page. I can give direct numbers to people where to go for information. I can do posts on things like grooming. I can do posts on people taking your pictures and threatening to put them out on the internet. I think that's what us awareness groups should be doing to support the bigger accounts like yours, is to try and get that information out to other people. And I think you should stick with the posters as well. I think the posters do work.
Yeah, I think so. I think so myself. Thank you. I think so myself because look, people, we know ourselves. We know ourselves what it's like, how frustrating it is to have violations on everything, absolutely everything. I've often replied to discriminating comments towards me, and I've replied, and my reply has been, my comment has been removed for breach of community guidelines, and it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating, and like I said, if people are willing to stand beside me, I'm willing to go to war up and down this country to get a change. I'm willing, and all I need is the right people to stand beside me. That's all.
I'll
We don't
help
need
you.
a lot of us. We just need some serious people that is focused, that is dedicated to this, and that really wants a change. And that's all we need. Please believe me on that.
I'll help as much as I can.
Thank you so much. No Face, I'm sorry, No Face jumped out. Snowflakes, how are you keeping?
Not too bad,
Thank you.
not too bad. I've been watching the live. Tony, do what you're doing. Everything you're doing is right. You got no reason to ask anybody what to do. You know in your heart what you're doing is right.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, like I said, unless I've seen it, unless I've looked at it and looked at it and looked at it, I even tell people, listen, don't come in the box and say something without, let me see the proof, because if there's a load of people watching, it's not a nice thing to say. Yeah, so that's what I say. Yeah, and anyone that I've went at, the proof has been there. I haven't just gone round the country this last week to post posters on people for absolutely no reason. That's not what this is about. It's not what this is about, people. Yeah. I have made
Tony,
sure
sorry to interrupt you. Can you mod me, or is there mods in the chats?
Why is your account needs?
Forgu 3478.
Okay, can the mods that's in here please concentrate and focus on this chat,
If you
please?
need me to mod, I'll mod, but I don't know if you've got mods
Right,
in.
we have got mods in here. Yeah, if you can watch these comments, please. We don't want anyone taking any negative comments, please.
And
Block out any of these
Tony,
stupid comments.
Tony, I'm going to drop now, but I need to tell you, I've inboxed you. Please read it.
I will do. I will do.
Okay. God bless. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. God bless. Snowflakes. God bless. Right, people. Listen, I'm on my way. I'm gonna come off here now. We are actually gonna get away. I'm on my way. I don't think Joanna's coming back in the box. I don't think so. I'll just double check. I'm on my way to the printers. We're on our way to the printer shop. And that's what we're going to do. Before we go on this journey, I'm going to get some posters printed out. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I've made up my decision. I've made up my mind. I'm not going to feel emotionally blackmailed into something that is not my responsibility. I'm here to spread awareness, not for people to go and do anything wrong to themselves. It's as simple as that. Now, people, that's not what this page is about, yeah? I can see there's wrongdoings coming from that account. That man knows his kids following him. That man knows his content is inappropriate towards children. That man has not took the steps. That man has had the opportunity to come in here and speak with me. All right? And if anyone wants to help support these pages and these pages being laminated, yeah, you don't got to support anything else. The link is in my bio. There is a link in my bio. You can support towards this. But on my journey, Paul Breach, if you're watching, every service station, one after the other, I will stop at. Every lorry driver I will speak with. Every single person. By the time I go and get these posters printed out, will be 1 hour. Yeah? How many posters I get printed out in that hour is up to you to decide. Put your account on age restriction within the next hour. Yeah, I'm blasting them everywhere and I'll drive around. And Joanne don't have to tell me your area. I know it, but you don't know I know it. Please believe me on that. I promise everything I've said on here, I've stuck to my word and I've said what I've said. So it's on you now. Put some security on your page. People, thank you for joining in. Everyone else, thank you for the support, yeah? And people, keep your children safe. That is what this is about, yeah?
Big up, Tony. Keep smashing life.
Take care. Stay safe.
Tony.
We are 32k away, so we're not even too far away.
The universe pop out.
We can do red noses. We could do, guys, and try and get into the leaderboard through just sending the red noses.
Yeah, I see a little girl on the leaderboard. She's a legend.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
And
everyone.
bracelets also, if you're able to send some bracelets for the heart me's.
Come on, guys, I'm cracking down now. Come on, let's do this. Let's do it, everyone. Go mental.
We'll have all the heart me's.
All the sobrieties. Come on, guys.
Thank you, Claire. Smoothie Queen, Manic Fee.
Where is everyone?
Thank
Come
you,
on, guys.
everyone.
Please, come on.
Thank you, guys. I love you all so much. Thank you for supporting me. Jessica and David. So yeah, so it's good to go live with you, Sobriety. I'm saying your name right now because I used to call you Serbity.
Oh, you know, you used to call me that, honestly. I used to die.
Yeah.
It made me piss. But you know, when I first heard you saying it, I thought, was she taking the piss? And then I clicked on, like, you literally was just being honest, you know, just being real.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
just
you, darling.
dyslexic.
We'll have all the dyslexia on.
Yeah. Oh, darling.
Thank you, darling. Guys, let's do this. I think it's going to be about 16 roses, though.
Hello, Chelsea. Where have you been? Hello,
17
Chelsea.
roses, guys. Come on, let's do this. 17 roses. I've got terrible heartburn. Terrible heartburn.
Right, the sun. Sub chat only.
Thank you, Jack.
Oh, yes.
Thank
Hello,
you,
subscriber.
Kevin. Come on, guys. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, April. Come on, sobrieties. Thank you, Kelsey. Thank you, Tash. Hi, Tash, babe. Go on, Emma, in the building. Go on, Kelsey. Come on, guys. 7 more roses.
Keys, Jojo.
Come on,
Thank
guys,
you for
quick.
donating, Lauren.
Send the
Lauren.
roses, everyone.
Guys, we need bracelets as well.
Guys, 20
bracelets,
seconds.
red
Come
noses.
on.
Let's do this. Let's get into
Thank you,
the
Stacey. Come on, guys. We're
leaderboard.
so close. Come on. Come on.
We have
5
just
more roses, 10
number
seconds.
7. Let's
Come on.
Oh,
Thank
love
you, Katie.
you,
Come
Kira.
on.
We missed you, Chelsea. I just need as many people to send heart me's as possible.
Go mental.
Help get me down.
Go mental. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Julie. Go mental. It's doubles. It's
Oh,
doubles.
Christy Lee, my gorgeous queen. Hello, Christy, sweetheart.
Thank you, darling.
Big up my Christy,
We can beat that
darling.
score, Charlotte.
Wendy, thank you, Jojo,
Thank you.
and Ems, darling. Look at this, Christy, man. Look at that, bloody. I gotta put
Thank you.
pseudo on. It should be on.
Thank you, Tanya.
I got the liquid out of it, darling.
Doing my
Big up my
piss off then, darling. Get a job.
Wendy, thank you, Charlotte. Good to see you back. And you too, Christy, darling. Wendy, thank you, darling.
Morning, not tonight. Morning,
Big up
Melissa.
to Wendy. Thank you so much, guys.
Big up, my Tash. Thank you, Tash, darling. Thank you, Mandy. At least got to 65. I'm okay, Melissa, baby. Yo. Who's there? Someone here?
I hope you have a lovely holiday. Yeah, thank you, guys.
Have we got any boosting at all, guys?
I'm just gonna have to proper undercover when I go. I'm just gonna have
need
to
me
hide.
to share any more of them things on Insta again? Yeah, I will, babe.
Seriously.
I don't need any help or anything, because when I shared that post on Insta, it was like 18,000 people seen it on my story.
I'm gonna have to actually move undercover.
CLA, someone said take some antihistamines for the mossy bite.
Oh yeah, don't worry about this. I'll get rid of it, guys. I already know what to do.
Yeah, of course I'll do then. We'll have all bites.
We quiche Frenchies. Thank you, darling. Mandy, Lisa, thank you, Lisa. You're my 20,322 sub. Let's go. Let's get to 20.
No, honestly, Tash, the beautiful. Guys, this mine to know CLA's.
To 9.
Big
It's
up
on 3.
everyone.
So I need another more 100 people, and then it'll get to 4. Another 100, 5. Everyone just keeps smashing it on the heart me's.
Thank you, everyone. You want to keep going?
Roots, how's little Mo? I hope it's.
Thank you, everyone. I don't know how many she wants.
I'm on. Oh, the spider's fine. I can get it out. We can have a look. I'll get it now. Let's have a look. We get the spider.
Gosh. Hey, Tommy. What you got?
A spider and my tarantula.